Hello students, welcome back for the third session of logarithm. Now, in the previous two sessions we have understood how to calculate the log values of the numbers, and also in the last session, that is session number 2, we understood that after calculating the log values, how to use it in our calculations, okay, especially while solving the numericals, how to convert the complex multiplication and division in the simple addition and subtraction using the rules of logarithm, right? So we have understood how to calculate the characteristic and mantissa of the log values, okay, for the number, okay, and then use them in our rules. So there were three primary rules what we did, and before I begin, let me write here, this is log session number 3. So I hope that you all have watched session number 1 and 2 before you start watching this particular session. So सबसे पहले हम आ जाते हैं rules के ऊपर. तो हमने यहाँ पे कुछ rules जो है वो देखे थे. What were those? Let us quickly revise them. Number 1, okay, it was for log a into b. Okay, this is written as log of a plus log of b. Now the second rule was log of a over b. This was log of a minus log of b. And then there was the third rule. The third rule was log of a to the power b. So this was equal to b log of a. We can have a mix and match, and that's what we saw in the last session when we used rule number 2 and 1. Okay, these two rules we have already used in the last session to do some problems. Now today we are going to primarily use the third rule, okay, and see some complex problems, and also the mix and match of all the three rules will be there. So to begin with, okay, the most simple question for today, that is session number 3, is example. Okay, so you have a problem here, and the problem is 273 raised to 2 into 273 raised to 2 into 0.0019. So remember, we did not do any problem with the negative characteristic. Okay, so this is the problem. Now let us come to its solution. Now first of all, when I talk about the solution, I have to rewrite it in the form of log. So this can be written as, 2 log of 273. This is the third rule, a raised to b. A raised to b is b log of a plus log of 0.0019. Okay. Now, if I have to solve this part, there can be more than one approach which we can use in this section. Okay. The two methods of approach would be, number 1, I can find out the log value of 273, and whatever is the log value of 273, I multiply it with the power, which is 2 here in this case. Another thing would have been, I take the value of log value of 273 and write it 2 times and add it. Whatever is comfortable to you, you may use it. I may use different approaches depending upon the different questions on how my calculation is going to go, and that you will pick it up as and when you practice more and more questions. Alright, so don't worry about it. Let us take any of the approaches here. For start, we will always take the log value of this number and then multiply it with the power, whatever it is. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर देख लेते हैं एक बार. अब इसको solve जब करेंगे, तो we know that these are to be added. So this is equal to, okay, this is equal to, let us come to the solution part. Log of 273. Log of 273 would be, the characteristic here is going to be 2. So this is 2.273. 273 मतलब, 273 मतलब, it is going to be 27 में 3. So I will take out the logbook. I hope all of you are using the logbook, right? We have discussed the logbook. So here I have the log table. Okay, here I have the log table. We have discussed about this log table also. So let us quickly see. 27 में 3. 27 में 3 is what? It is 4362. 4362. So 4362. Okay, so there are two approaches. I either multiply this by 2 or I write it down this 2 times. So 2.4362. It means the same to me. Okay. Then I have log of 0.0019. Log of 0.0019, I clearly see that the characteristic is bar 3. Characteristic is bar 3. And then I have 19 में 0. 19 का value in 0 is 2788. 2788. 2788. I have to add all this. Okay. So let us add 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6 and 6, 12. 12 and 8 is 20, 21. 7 and 3 is 10, 13, 15. Then we have 4 and 4, 8, and 2, 10, and 1 is 11. Then you have a point. Now this characteristic is negative, so plus minus is minus, and these are all in positive. So 2, 2, 4, and 1, 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. So I have 2.1512. 2.1512, my dear students. Now this is the log value of the answer. Okay. So I have to reconvert it back to the number to get the right answer. So what I'll do, I will take the antilog. Like last time we did a lot of problems. So now this is equal to antilog of 2.1512. Okay. So now I know that first I have to go to the antilog table. So I go to the antilog table. This also we have discussed in the last lecture, right? Antilog table. So I'll go to 0.15. I'll go to 0.15. And 0.15 में 1 is 1416 and the mean difference is 2. Alright, so the value of that mean difference is 1. So I get 1417. 1417. So I get 1417. Then how to write the answer? After the first digit you put a point. So 1.417 into whatever is the number here before the decimal. Okay, this number. You make it to the power of 10. You make it to the power of 10. So this is 10 raised to 2. So either I can leave my answer here or I can write it as 141.7. So this is my final answer of the question, which is here 273 raised to 2 into 0.0019. I hope this question is clear to you. Here we have taken a negative characteristic and we have learned how to do this. We also have a power here. So those are the two things I wanted to introduce to you all. So I hope you have understood. Take a pause, make a note, go through the solution, and once you are done, we'll come to the other question. So the other question comes here as, okay, another question here. It comes as let us take square root this time. Okay, square root of 0.059 into 19 raised to 3. 19 raised to 3. Okay, we have to solve this. Now when I read this square root means what? Square root means to the power of half. Cube root means to the power of 1 by 3. Fourth root means to the power of 1 by 4. So in my way of thinking, when I am reading it, it is nothing but 0.059 raised to the power 1 by 2. So when I write it in the form of log, how will I write it as? I will write this as equal to half log of 0.059 into plus, I'm writing in the log, so plus 3 log of 19. Okay, now let me just put a rough column here for our calculation per se. Okay, so now I have to find out half log of 0.059. So first of all, 0.059. 0.059 means bar 2. Okay, so I'll write it here. Bar 2 point 059 मतलब 59 का 0. 59 का 0 वैल्यू देख लेते हैं. 59 का 0. 59 0 is 7709. 7709. I have to divide this by 2. Okay, so I get the answer because I have to multiply by half. Multiply by half matlab divide by 2. So this is 2 ones are 2. Okay, bar 1, 2 ones are 2, point, 2 3s are 6, 2 8s are 16, 2 5s are 10, 2 4s are 8, and then 2 5s are 10. So I can leave it as approximation of 4 itself. So 1.3854, 1.3854 is the log value of this expression, plus 3 log of 19. So 19 का characteristic is going to be 1.3 log of 19. तो 19 में 0, 19 में 0, 2788. So 2788, right? 2788 is your Mentesa. So 1.2788 into 3 into 3. So it is 8 3s are 24, 24 and 2 26, 21 and 23, 3 2s are 6, 7 8.3. Right, again 3 8s are 24, 3s are 24 and 2 26, 7 3s are 21 and 2 23. So 3 2s are 6, 7 8 and 3 1s are 3. So this here becomes, the value becomes 3.8364, 8364. Now I have to add them both. Okay, so now 4 and 4 is 8, 6 and 5 is 11, 8 9 10 11 12, 8 9 10 11 12. This 1 and bar 1 gets cancelled, so here I have 3. Okay, so now I know that I need to find out the number of this log value, so I will write it as antilog of 3.2218. So 0.2218, I go to the antilog table. Okay, I hope that you all are solving along with me. I'll go to the antilog table, I'll find out 0.22. 0.221 is 1663 and 8 is 3. So 0.221, 1663 and 3 is 1666. 1666. So I get it as 1666 पहले के बाद point into 10 to the power 3, or rather I can leave the answer there, or it is 1666. This is my answer. I would prefer this answer here. Okay, but depending upon the units, depending upon the question, depending upon what kind of numerical I am solving, I may write it in one or the other manner. So this was one of the problems here, and this was another problem. Here I introduced you to a square root. A square root means power to the half. Cube root means the power to the 1 by 3. Fourth root means the power is to 1 by 4, and so on. Alright, so I hope this and these two problems are clear to all of you. Right, take a pause, make a note of it. So I hope you have made a note of this problem and you have understood the first and the second problem of today's session. Now we go to the third problem. Okay, so we come to another problem, problem number 3 today. So another example. Okay, now this example goes somewhere little more deeper and into the concept and a little bit more complex than the previous two questions. All right, so that's how we increase our level of understanding. Let me give you a problem here wherein I have something like cube root of 0.0023 divided by square root of 0.00174. Yes. So here you have the power as well as here you have the two values, two numbers which you have to divide. I hope the problem is clear to you, right? So let us first write in the form of log. This is square root, okay? So here you have 1 by 3 log of 0.0023 minus 1 by 2 log of 0.00174. This is how it is going to be. I hope the question is clear to all of you so far. Okay. Now, Go it in a similar manner. Let us have some calculations here in place. Okay, so I'll take all the calculations here right in the corner. So I have to find out the log value of 0.0023 and then divide it by 3. So here I have the characteristic in negative, so which is bar 3 point 23 in 0. So logbook 23.0. 23.0 is 3617. 3617. All right. So 36 bar 3 point 3617. 3617. Okay. Now I have to multiply it by 1 by 3. Multiply it by 1 by 3 means divided by 3. Now you see here the characteristic is starting with a negative number. Negative. Characteristic is negative. Pay attention to this point. Whenever your characteristic is negative and you have a power in denominator, so like 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 4, please ensure that you can only cancel this negative characteristic with the denominator if they are directly divisible. If they are directly divisible, like last time we did the last problem. I'll show it to you. The last problem what we did here. Here it was bar 2. So this bar 2 I could have cancelled it directly because I have the 2 in denominator, and 2 and bar 2 are directly divisible by the factor of bar 1. Okay? But here it is again a similar thing. You have bar 3 and here you have 3, so they are again directly divisible. So it is bar 1 point 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 0, 3 fives are 15, 2 carry forward, 6 are 18. So it is bar 1.1206. So this is equal to bar 1.1206 approximately, minus half log of 0.00174. Now here you have the characteristic as bar 3 point 00174, मतलब 174, 17 में 4, 17 में फोर्थ वैल्यू जो है वो है 2405. 2405. So 2405, and I have to divide this by 2 because it's a square root. So now you see that my numerator has a negative characteristic, and that is not directly divisible by my denominator because 3 2 की टेबल में नहीं आता है. In such a case, my dear students, please remember, in such a case you have to split your characteristic, that negative characteristic, and make it divisible by your denominator. So here I will write it as bar 4 plus 1.2405. I split my bar 3 as bar 4 plus 1, which is again bar 3. And I separately divide both the numbers by 2. So this becomes 2 2s are 4. So this is bar 2. Then this is 0.6. Okay, 0.6 is at 12, 2 2s are 4, 0, 2 2s are 4, 1 carry forward, 2 5s are 10. So you can leave it as it is. So now you have to add these two. So you get the final answer as bar 2.6202. This is your value. So this is minus bar 2.6202. 6202. Now I have to calculate. Minus करना है, 6 minus 2 is 4. 0, 0. I have to take 1 from this minus 1, so this becomes minus 2. Okay. 11 minus 6 is 5 point. Now this is bar 2, this is minus minus plus. So plus 2 minus 2, this becomes 0. Now I have to convert this back to a number. This is the log value. So this is equal to anti-log of 0.5004. Now I'll quickly go to 0.50 in the anti-log table. 0.50 500 3162, and 4 is the value of the 4 is 3. So 3165. 3165. 3165. 5. So I'll put a decimal after the first one. So your answer is 3.165. 3.165. This is going to be my answer for this particular question. I hope this splitting of the bar is clear to you, because that's what is most important in this particular problem. So take a moment, take a pause, go through the solution, and then go through this splitting wala part, okay, and just copy it down. Okay, moving ahead, I will do one more problem here for you all so that it is more and more clear to you all. Okay, one last problem to go for today's session. All right, now the problem will be a mix and match of all the rules what we are using. Okay, so let us say the problem is something like 296 into 0.015 into square root of 0.19 upon, okay, upon square root of 0.0253 into 197. Okay, or rather than that, if you want to do something else, you can also say it is instead of 197, I can take it as 19 to the power 2 into 10 to the power 3. Everything is in this particular problem. Every possible thing is there in this particular problem. Okay, so now let us try and solve this particular problem. Okay, so before that, okay, we will erase the remaining part of the board. Okay, so we'll just erase this part so that you get some space to solve. Okay, so let us come to the solution. Now see, here you have a lot of multiplications here, lot of part in the denominator. Understand, all these are to be added, and then the final values are to be subtracted. So now rather than writing like this in the long form, I am just going a little bit directly here. I hope you will follow it. I hope you will understand it. I will say this is equal to, I will put a list of all the numerators here, okay, one by one, and then I'll put a minus sign and I'll put all the denominators here. I'll add them both, and then the final value I will subtract. So let us come here. 296, my characteristic is going to be 2.29 में 6, 29 में 6. So I'll go to the logbook. 29 में 6, 4713. Then I have 0.015. 0.015 means bar 2. Point 15 में 0. So 15 में 0 is 1761. And then I have square root of 0.19. Okay, so that I will do it here. 0.19 matlab the characteristic is bar 1. Point 19 में 0. 19 में 0 is 2788, and this has to be divided by 2. Again I have to split the middle term. Okay, so that because 1 doesn't come in the table of 2, so I have to split it. So I will write this as bar 2 plus 1 0.2788. Divide this by 2 separately, so this is bar 1. So I have bar 1 point 0.6 Okay, 3s are 6, 1 carry forward, 9s are 18, 4s are 8. 0.6394. So this is 0.63. Okay, 0.6394. So this is 6394. I have to add all them, so I'll add them all. I'll likewise come to this part and I will see what I have is the square root of 0.0253. So here 0.0253. Okay, so I'll take the eraser, I'll erase this part. Okay, and I will again recalculate 0.0 मतलब बार 2 पॉइंट 25 में 3 25 में 3 4031 4031 and I have to divide it by 2 because the square root here. Okay, so now this is directly divisible, so I will straight away go bar 1 point 2 2s are 4 0 2 1s are 2 2 6s are 12. So this is bar 1.2016. Then I have 19 raised to 2. So I have two ways to do it here. Okay, I have two ways to do. So log of 19 is 0 and log of 19 का मतलब this is 1.19 में 0 is 2788 and again I will rewrite that as I said depending on the question. I will keep on changing my approach, and 10 to the power 3 will this go upper 10 raised to minus 3 and I will take it outside the log calculations. Now I have to add these two numbers, so I'll go back and I'll add these two numbers. So when I'm adding these two, what am I getting is 4 5 6 7 8, then I have 9 10 16, then I have 7 and 3 10 17 and 18, then I have 6 and 4 10 11 and 12 point. This one cancels with this bar, this two cancels with this bar, so this is 0. Okay, here I get 8 8 16 16 and 4 20, so this is 22. 8 8 16 17 18 and 19, 7 7 14 and 1 15, 2 4 6 7 point. One bar cancels because this has to again be added, so here I have 1, so 1.7592, 1.7592. Are you all getting it? So this is how my calculation is going so far. Okay, and let's see where we end up. So now I have the values here to be rewritten as, this is equal to 0.2868, okay, minus 1.7592, and I have to subtract these two values. So when I subtract these two values, let us see what we get. 8 minus 2, 6, 6 minus 9, I need 1 carry forward, so here it is 7. 7 minus 5, 4. 7 minus 5, 2. Okay, 7 minus 5 is 2. 2 minus 7 hoga nahi, so again I need 1, so I will go bar 1 here, right? So 12 minus 7, 5. Okay, point, this is minus 1, this is also minus 1, this becomes bar 2, this becomes bar 2. So now I know it is nothing but anti-log of bar 2.5276, 5276, and what I have here is already into 10 to the raise minus 3, which I write it here also, 10 to the power minus 3. So now this is equal to 0.5276, 0.52, I'll go to the anti-log table, 0.52, I go to 0.5276, so I'll go to the point of 7, 3 to 8, 9, 3 to 8, 9, and 6. That is the value of 6, and the mean difference is 5. 3 to 8, 9 plus 5, that means 9, 4. So 3 to 9, 4. 3 to 9, 4 decimal. I'll make this as a power of 10, so 10 to the power minus 2. Already what I have is 10 to the power minus 3. Minus 3 and minus 2 is minus 5. So my final answer is 3.294 into 10 to the power minus 5. This is my answer, my dear students. I hope this question is also very clear. Now see, such a complex set of numbers, and I have solved it in this much area. So this log makes our calculation very, very easy. Take a moment, write it down, copy it down, practice all these questions, and this is it for session number 3. I've covered a lot of concepts here. A few basics are left to be understood. Okay, so suppose if you have something into the base E, how to convert that to common log, that is one thing to be covered, okay, which we will do it in the next session, and a couple of more problems for practicing that we will come and do in the next session. This is Aman Bhatia signing off. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.